Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Dude, I'm impressed with my own performance on these challenges, okay? We only have 4 left, sorry. Finish Donu with a feed. This sounds like, well actually, I think if you use your noggin, you'll realize this might be one I do off camera, just because there's no way to force Donu to exist. Except for like, the, you know, sample size increase. So I might just play off camera and be like, try to make ironclad runs with feed work to make this happen. But barricaded we're working on. Beat the game with a single relic we're working on. Neon we haven't even tried yet, but I still conceptually like don't know what I need to do to make that happen except take a lot of fusions. But you know, we did do speedrun last time. That was pretty tough. We're gonna go for 1 relic this time. Dude, I will absolutely choose a rare. Oh my god. I mean, you gotta go Echo Form. Echo Form, and then we need... I actually feel like I'm so crystallized in what I need to do on today's run. I feel amazing. And I know you're like, why didn't you play Echo Form? Because we can't afford to, sweetheart. It's called low energy base. Look it up. We need fusions, is what I was going to say, or aggregate, or something along those lines in order to let us get there. I do think Streamline actually works super nicely. Let's go for it. Ah, that's really bad. We miss a relic. No, it's not bad at all, because we don't need a relic in the first place. Anyway, we need energy to be able to play Echo Form. That's the downside of Echo Form. What's the upside of Echo Form? We could also play it on a turn in which... you know, enemies are not attacking, they're just debuffing, and then it's a free play for sure. Normally, I mean, Frost is super good. Like, it's efficient, is a good way to describe it. But I think getting a block for 0 when we know we're not likely to be able to get an energy relic is very important. Can't afford fusion. Not disappointed by that, to be honest. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I would like to be able to afford it, but it's not a big deal. Give me max HP, because obviously we can't take a relic. And then we're going to work on smithing here a little bit. I think, again, energy is king on this run right now. And I don't really want to fight elites. Because why would I want to fight elites in a situation where, you know, we can't really take the rewards? Unless elites have a greater chance to reward you with rare cards, which might be true for all I know, but... So definitely, I would say Seek seems to be... I mean, it's a 0-cost card that selects a card out of the deck. How could I not like it? You know what I mean? What am I looking for? I don't really know yet. Whatever works, brother. Just trying to see. If I streamline, that's 15. You'll be at 20. Seek, dual cast. It's so close to getting us there, but it doesn't quite work. So instead... And I'm not sweating it, because, I mean, we're going to draw dual cast on this turn, then we need one other attack to kill you, so... Looking pretty good. But I feel like if you're going to 1 relic it up, and that's very helpful for energy purposes. Thank you for not allowing me to accidentally buy something I might regret. I would love that, though. Oh, well. I don't think we want to, honestly. What I was going to say is, I forgot what I was going to say. Doesn't really matter all that much right now. We want to, actually I remember now, sorry. Lots of numbers, arithmetic, etc., floating through my head as I make my way through this cursed game. I think with 1 relic, if you're going to play as the defect, it's about getting as much as possible for as little cost as possible. You're going to do a bunch of damage here. Oh, I got to tell you, I hate that. I gotta think. If I do 7 and 6, you'll be on 5. You get hit by both of those. It's a low percentage chance, in all likelihood, you will get hit. I think I would honestly... Well, who's our boss? Hexaghost? Because it's a Hexaghost, I'll tell you, I don't actually mind taking damage. Ah, we were so close. 3 damage is nothing. What was I thinking? I'm going to use a potion to save 3 damage. Have you lost your mind? I'm glad we didn't. Now, this sucks, but, you know, what else is new? This time, I gotta think, because I think maybe we'll just ice the one with the most HP. Pop this time. How much damage will we save? 5. I'll take it in this case. I think that's okay. Not 5. No, 5. Why are you doing... disregard. I've lost it a little. I think we got to make sure you go. And then I love... This... Dude, Steam Barrier, I've always liked it. Good stuff. Well, that's not true. There have been times when I've looked at cards that have any sort of downside, and I go, why would I take that when I could take a card that's exclusively upside? It's not really fair. Dude, to be honest with you, I kind of like the look of a claw. Even though we're not rolling a claw deck, necessarily. Any kind of growth, I think, is advantageous, even though it kind of sucks immediately. And I'm going to make this dual cast free. But, yeah, we could rework this into a claw deck a little bit. Anyway, I haven't finished a single train of thought over the course of this whole freaking episode. Static Discharge is enormous here, and we did get the Echo form out, thankfully. Because of Echo form, we should double up maybe on that. We can get something that costs 1. Let's get a charge battery. Oh, and a zap. That's right, because it's been upgraded. It's not bad. We really want to maximize our ability to get nothing or something for nothing. You don't want to get nothing for something, obviously. Well, what would you double up on here? I would still double up on this for energy. And of course, we're looking from this boss for the ability to get, if possible, it would be really nice just to get the relic that replaces Cracked Core and allows us to generate Frost. I think that'd be a solid pickup. I know what I did there, by the way. I played Claw first on purpose. If we can get it to be boosted twice, sure, Streamline getting boosted twice is also very nice, but I think in this case we'd rather do this. Previously I had thought that he was going to live until his next big attack. Now I don't think that that's actually the case at all. I think he'll get to look like he's going to do it, but he's not actually going to get it out there. Never mind, he's going to get it out there. Never mind, he's dead. Okay. Not so bad. What do we need? Honestly, Focus, I do think, is somewhat important, so I don't think we can take Hyper Beam. Amplify has very little to hit, so I'll take Rainbow, but it's not my ideal choice, and we literally cannot... Dude, we have 2 relics. Oh my god. Oh my... Womp womp. At least I noticed, okay? Eventually. And hey, man, maybe it's good that we noticed after the boss, so we at least get the chance to get a reward here. You know? 4 energy but curses. I would rather have 4 energy than lightning to start with. But it's not as cut and dry as you might think. Because, like, you know, it really is a huge enabler for us to get the 16 damage out of dual cast. But I think that this is probably... I think it's a decent chunk better. I don't think it's just a little bit better. That being said, we probably would have done better on this fight, but... Alright, alright. So what do we want now? We want a deck that doesn't focus on, orbs, essentially. So I think a leap is fine. I don't think we need to worry as much about energy anymore, which is also very nice. You know what? Might as well guarantee that guy dies. Why risk the damage? You know what I mean? We also probably want more, big attacks now. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we're not doing a whole heck of a lot of damage. Okay, that's a very, very good early card. I know the big danger for me is definitely just forgetting that I've taken a relic. There's so many ways to get a relic in this game. I used to think this game was hard, but apparently the relics are just, they're everywhere, dude. But I got high hopes for this one, you know? Got him. I got high hopes for this one. Cool-headed is really good. If we can get more focus. Could we build a Frost focus build with 4 energy? I think absolutely. But hologram is pretty good as well. You know what? Let's go cool-headed. It helps us. It gives us a better chance to evoke the orbs, which is also pretty important. Okay, so we want 12 block. That's no problem. We'll do one of these. One of these. And you know what? Let's get one of those out there. Gives us more dual cast potential. And, you know, the fact that we're short one orb. Yikes, dude. It's 5 damage. Who cares? The fact that we're short one orb because of our relic change is not really that big of a deal as long as we can get some... Nice. As long as we can get some extra orb summoned, preferably for 0. Oh, you gotta go Glacier. Like, it's just a great card, obviously. Heal 18 and remove a card. I'll definitely pay to remove a card, and I think our basic strikes are not mission critical. I'd love to add some, like, chunky attacks, but we don't have to worry about it all that much just yet. So a Glacier means we take no damage. All we gotta do is hit you for 6 next turn. Easy. This one's shaping up. I mean, I always have to say it. It is Ascension 0. I gotta tell you, I don't think Claw's that good. But I love it anyway. So, you know, if you got a problem with Claw, I'm just gonna level with you, brother. You got a problem with me. It's one of the more fun deck archetypes, I think. Don't take it. Skip the chest, dude. You genius. Why even open it? Let's take a Melter. It's a great card. Double Glacier, sure, it's got good stuff as well, but Melter is really solid, I think. Now we have nothing that will cost 0. Being able to have cool-headed draw one more card is actually pretty great, especially as we're trending towards a deck where we want things to cost as little as possible, of course. We want to probably try to kill you next turn. Very good. Frost is also real solid at killing the Guardian. You know, passive block means we don't have to worry as much about his little attacks. His big attacks, you know, what are you going to do? We're not going to hit you for 12, but I'm feeling pretty solid here. I also feel like we could definitely afford to upgrade. Actually, I kind of like a Sweeping Beam to get us to draw more stuff that hopefully costs 0. But let me think about this one. 3 damage to each enemy, 4 damage to one enemy. Claw starts a little faster. 3 more damage, 3 more block. I'll take 3 damage to each enemy. Doesn't help us on the boss, but I'm actually liking this run an awful lot right now. We're at 19. We can choose to play a 1 card. I would definitely rather get some lightning out there. We're taking 2 damage, which is very little. If we run into trouble against the Guardian, it's no guarantee that we would survive, but we could always just pop our regen potion and, you know, it'll give us 15 extra life. So definitely start here. Draw something that costs 0. It's okay. 17 block is going to be hard to get to. So let's dual cast for 0 first. Can I do 17 damage? I can do exactly 17 if you get hit by both lightning. That's a bet that I'm not willing to take. Very good stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, the 0 cost cards, when you're trying to do a 1 relic run, it's a dream come true. I'll absolutely take an FTL to try to speed up the process as well. 16 cards is a little thick, but it's not to the point where you would be like, oh, we got real problems. No doubt about it. Huge value. Look at that. Now, this is where you want a Melter, but life goes on. I haven't decided if I pop the Thorns potion yet. I got to see how our focus looks first. Okay, so we're at 10. Definitely do that. At least get it working. Might as well do that as well. Okay. I don't think we need the Thorns potion quite yet. Certainly Zap is good. Leap takes us to 16 block. 21 block. I'd rather get some lightning out there. 20, yeah, we're good. Alright, dude. I mean, this seems pretty good. The only reason I would use a potion at this point is because we're likely to get a potion in return. but... From the fight, I should say. Can we do 21 damage over the rest of this turn? There's no doubt. It's a guarantee. So this, as compared to our previous run, where I was like, I'm not sure about this one, but it's going okay. This one is like, I'm sure about it. This one is in a very, very good position. The first floor has been no problem whatsoever. I have no... Yeah. Concerns at all about our ability to make it through the first and second floor. We got a lot of time left to get our deck ticking. In order to get through those, you know, the truly awful floors later. We are going to take 2 damage. Oh, well. Truly awful fights later, I guess I should say. 6. So you're dead. Just have to decide how we want to do it. I'll do it by pushing 2 lightning out there, because it also gives us 6 passive block. So what do we want to build this deck into? 7. I gotta think for a second here. You know what? We'll call it there. You are gonna hit me for 1, but whatever. I guess I could have just lethaled you. Usually that's the best option. Although we did encounter a situation on our last video where that lethal also killed us, but we still got the achievement. I think we want to go for an energy build, to be honest. Now, Electro is so good at killing rooms. Like, that's really, really solid for sure. We can't take anything, so just don't even bother. I'm feeling great about this, but to get more energy relics, or not more energy relics, to get more frost generating cards and build like a frost focus build, I think might be our endgame-ish situation, but I can't say for certain. Now... Okay, we're at 14 blocks. So I think Electro, just for raw lightning out there, is important. We got to start putting some dents in his armor, though. I mean, that Melter here is like, thank you so much for just existing. We'd also like to thin our deck up. Honestly... We'd like to thin our deck up just to make sure we're only drawing the defense and the attacks that we want. And most of the time when I say that, what I mean is the defense. Or sorry, the attacks. But not in this case, because we'd rather draw glaciers than defense. We'd rather draw leaps than defense. You get the idea. Another Melter is very interesting, but I think a Go for the Eyes gives us a good zero-cost upgrade target. Just looking at what we got. I definitely think a defrag is worth getting, even though we can't remove a card afterwards. And I will add a Cold Snap as well. But we do want to remove more cards now. And dude, I gotta tell you, I like Ritual Dagger a lot. I do think we struggled just slightly with killing enemies, so I think this is very helpful. And we're still, maybe just barely, but still able to get... enough block on a turn like this to not run into trouble, so not feeling too bad. Start here. Just looking at our damage taken here. 17. If I hit you for 15, there's no way you die. I think we... Sweeping Beam. Just hoping to draw a zero-cost card. Whatever, we're taking 3 damage. We'd rather keep Ritual Dagger around to possibly get a kill. Here's the thing. You're dead in 5 damage. We might as well get as much lightning out there as possible to put you in a touchy spot next turn. And hope we draw Ritual Dagger. I know we can kill him either way. We don't need Melter. Melter's like actually too dangerous. Okay, so we're not going to get what we want, but still that was a decent fight. Again, I don't think we need a Melter. I'm not against adding another Cold Snap. I just think it's a little early. Literally cannot afford to get another Relic, so let's start smithing, dude. Let's go for the Gusto and make Ritual Dagger even better. I know it might be seen as a bit of a negative to upgrade a card you ain't ever played. What can I say? That's just the kind of guy I am. Alright, so what do we like? First, obviously, draw is always good. Draw for 0 especially is always good. Dude, we might as well melt this son of a gun right here. Now, how much damage are you doing? 19? That's like no damage. I'm embarrassed on your behalf. Dude, one melter is all you need to get this run ticking. Look at this. Okay, you're dead. I don't even know. You might be dead. You are dead. Definitely, a consume is worth playing. We got competing archetypes going on in this deck right now. Dangerously so. I think we want Frost at the back. So let's do... Yeah. We have now a Frost focus build and also kind of a weird zero-cost attacks build, but... I'm not against it necessarily. We're taking 1 damage this turn. You're dead next turn. I have to think. It's not about whether or not Consume is worth playing on its own merits. It's about whether or not it's worth it taking 2 energy from something else. So if we lose an orb slot, gain 2 focus. It is better for Frost. It's a little worse for Lightning, I guess, but... I think we're going to be smart here. Play Glacier. We're taking no damage. Hit him. Hit him again. It does 8 damage to an enemy. Okay, here's why I like this. And you're going to think I've lost it, but now we can stall as long as we want for Ritual Dagger. And if it doesn't show up immediately, as long as we can put up block, who cares? Like this, we take 1 damage. Let's take 0 instead. And just keep waiting for Ritual Dagger to come around. It getting an extra 5 block is really good, dude. Or an extra 5 damage, I should say, is really good, dude. Now, are we taking 2 damage here? Yes. Am I content with that? Yeah, absolutely. They're making us wait for it, but... There we go. Now we got a 25 damage attack for 1 energy. Definitely do not think we need turbo. You know what? Remember, just skip it. No reason to even open it. You're going to get a curse you don't need to get. 75 gold, please do. I honestly think for sure remove a basic defend. Our strikes are doing okay. And we got a lot of defense in the deck we'd rather not see, to be honest. And then immediately we're going to take damage. So I just got to tell you, I've never been more betrayed than this. But whatever. We take 8 damage. It's enough to be annoyed, but sort of not really. Might as well gain focus first. Obviously, like, is my intention to not take damage this turn, which we're not doing already, which is fantastic in my eyes. I mean, we could just melt and kill you, but you're dead. I'd rather keep you alive for Ritual Dagger purposes, I suppose. Although, actually, we can kill you with Ritual Dagger and kill you with any other attack on the planet. So, dude, this Ritual Dagger is popping. Dude, I'm dumb, but we're not going to take the steroid potion yet. I honestly think we don't need charge battery. We have enough energy. We have enough attacks. Or, sorry, enough defense. Don't need the shop. We don't have any money. Honestly, go ahead. Take my 11 gold to not risk any HP. But if we have another fight... Don't even open it. If this fight's going to take us a while, we might as well pop Ritual, or regen potion, just so we don't have to rest on the boss fight. I'll stand by this decision until the end of days. Okay, we almost half killed him right off the bat. This honestly does not bother me. We have some expensive cards in this deck, so... I mean, I'd obviously prefer not to be debuffed, but... I do think we run a relatively decent chance of not getting totally screwed. 2 more turns, or I guess 1 more turn of vulnerability. It's not great, but... Okay, you're doing 16 damage. Never mind, it's great. We got nothing to worry about. Definitely pop Glacier just to make sure you take no damage. Sweeping Beam. I was going to say draw something that costs 0. We're pretty much in Ritual Dagger range here if we could just afford to play it. So I'm going to... 30? We can do it. It's popping, dude. We got a focus potion. An upgraded go for the eyes. I'm going to say no for now, just out of the genuinity of deck thickness. Now, it does get really good on the upgrade, but I think 2 focus, or I guess it's only 1 extra focus, but 1 focus times number of orbs times number of turns is, I think, a good spot. So I do think we want to consume. Unfortunately, we didn't get much else of value coming out here, but it's just turn 1. So, 14 damage. Glacier, it takes us where we need to go there. Now, I'm worried about y'all, because you're going to take some of my good cards. I would really rather you didn't. Definitely not taking damage. Electro is what I wanted to play in order to kill these guys faster. FTL's not that bad to lose. Let's draw. Sure, yeah. I'm willing to use 6 damage, nothing to worry about. I'm willing to use Ritual Dagger there just because, I mean, 1 energy to kill an enemy and avoid a debuff is just good value, I think. So you're doing 20 damage. Let's draw. We're always going to try to get that draw out there first. I don't really care if you block. We're not taking any damage. I definitely... Consume... We obviously want to add a capacitor to this deck. We can live without it. But it would be nice. So you're doing 51 damage. Now we start to get into that's bad territory. I'm going to double up on these focus potions. So we got 20 block by default. And then honestly, out of these, I'd much rather just get the lightning out there. We get the extra block, but to begin with, this is a big negative to use both of those potions, but sometimes, you know, I think it's advantageous for certain. We really just want Frost Orbs out there to block, you know, dampen some of the incoming damage for us wherever possible. 26 means we're not taking damage, which is lovely, and everything's going pretty much hunky-dory. You're on like a 9-turn timer. I will say, Claw is basically doing nothing for us. 32 damage is a joke. There's no problem whatsoever. But we're not going to have 8 focus in most circumstances here. So don't get too attached to the damage being dealt, you know? Oh, we gotcha. Alright, so we're making it to the 3rd floor at least. Dude, I love Buffer. For sure. And that's a great upgrade target. We can't take it on the... Well, we can't take it at all. So many energy relics, but... Okay, Timekeeper. Frost Focus, I think it can work pretty well against a Timekeeper. Just trying to find an elite bereft path. Probably only going to get to remove 1 card from our deck here. This is a very nasty start. This is a brutal turn. Really want a more 0-cost stuff, but I'll tell you what. Okay, so you're doing 29 damage. Let's run the numbers. We're going to play Zap, but we'll play either a Defrag or a Cold Snap first. If we play Defrag first, you'll get evoked for... you're getting 2 extra focus. You'll get evoked for 7, and then you will all deal 4. Or you'll give 4 block, I should say. So, it would be 17 plus 8 is 25. The other alternative, 25 block, I mean. The other alternative would be play Cold Snap. Then you'll evoke for 5. And then Zap. So we'll get 10 extra block. Plus 2 Frost will take us to 24. So I do think that's our best option for block. A little less on damage because we don't get the 6 damage out of the Cold Snap, but instead we get 5 out of this long term. Trust me, by the way, I would rather have not had to run the numbers, but... I mean, I'm not apologizing. People are probably like, oh my god, he's running the numbers, but... So both of these dudes have to go, or we have to kill one and put up a lot of block. Buffer will block 1 big hit, so that's a big get. Honestly, might as well pop it because I can't kill him. Appreciate it. Oh, I forgot Ritual Dagger existed. Just being very coy about what we add here, because we got a deck. We got a deck that can work. I would like to cut some of the riffraff out, but it can definitely pop. I mean, we could easily not take damage. So I think, as you know, actually, I do think buffer plus a defend is actually better, just because it gives us a free turn. Yes, he gets stronger every turn, but that just makes our turn where we eventually stop him that much better. But we'll play everything. And now buffer does work to block 6 damage, so it turns out it probably wasn't the best option. Hold on, though. Man, I don't need to hit you for very much, but I think in this situation, if you tried to rely on Ritual Dagger, you're likely to find yourself taking more HP damage, which would be embarrassing. I definitely do think a self-repair is worth taking. I know it's probably a little touchy. Capacitor is an enormous get for us. Even though I said we want to remove cards, and I've actually just added more. And we've done the same thing again here. We don't want a relic anyway. Here's the thing. We don't want a relic anyway. Now I'm like, I'm hoping I haven't added too many cards to this deck. Do I think that I have? Not necessarily. Sorry. By the way, I just played buffer on that one because there was no other way to get the block out. I will say, now I'm like, you know what? Maybe we have added too many cards to this deck because in 2 turns we didn't get the enablers we were looking for. I know that's not going to give us gain on Ritual Dagger, but I really just wanted to make sure we weren't getting hit. So, I don't know. The idea is that the cards we added, you know, you hope that they're going to provide more value than the value that they doubtlessly have to cost you because of making your existing cards that much harder to grab. But, I mean, Capacitor is something we definitely want with Consume, especially if we're going to have a good chance to kill a relatively tough boss. I think it's in the cards for us. You know, to be able to at least put up, I don't know, 30 block passively per turn. Like, you're dead already here, which is actually kind of incredible now that I think about it, but this is more what I'm looking for. Maybe we're worse on the front end until we get to play our stuff, and then better on the back end once we've gotten our new cards out there, because they do exhaust. Don't even open it, dude. Okay, so there's no need to rest yet. You do have upgrades in your deck. Consume, trust me, by the way, I definitely would also love to get this buffer, but I think Consume is pretty important. It doesn't really matter what these hit, but I think with buffer, we kind of have an obligation to just get them out of our deck as soon as possible. Because they're not what we want moving forward. Taking a little bit of damage. 8, which means that's more than replacement value, unfortunately. But whatever. We're going to take a little bit more damage, unless we play buffer. But to be honest, I can't, in good conscience, play buffer to avoid 4 damage, knowing that we're probably going to use buffer later to solve bigger problems, hopefully. But look at this, again, like at the start of the fight, things do, you know, appear worse. I can't deny that. That would be ignorant. However, once we hit like a, and I definitely would like to get Ritual Dagger popping on this one, but once we hit like a point where we've played our good stuff, I feel like we're we're substantially better off than you would originally think, perhaps at first glance. Like, 44 block, actually no problem. He does get stronger every turn. That makes things tough. Now I got to think about it. I'm like, okay. You know what? I think we're okay. I don't think we want to pop that. You definitely want to draw. Melter's great here. Cold Snap's great here. Actually, I'm going to Glacier, but it's only because now I know all we need is Ritual Dagger next turn and you're dead. Yeah, Ritual Dagger plus a Claw will kill you. Okay, we get up there. Definitely happy with that. Continue upgrading, and I think Buffer is... Even though the Timekeeper doesn't only do big attacks, I think that the Buffer is very important here. Straight up, Buffer plus Ritual Dagger. And now, all of a sudden, we're safe for 3 turns. Sure, we don't get a buff, but we're safe for 3 turns! It's no joke. Now, I'd like to be safer longer. Like, I think, I don't actually think Electro does that much for us here. 0 cost stuff that does damage, I'll keep, but I just wanted a little bit more draw, because now, okay, the weakness comes out. I still don't think we're going to get there. Oh, we're actually 100% the best use of the Gambler Potion. We got a little lucky, but again, now we've only got a couple of turns to worry about. This will, unfortunately, be one of them. But, you know, we still have 1 turn of Buffer, so we only really have to worry about his last turn. Because, I mean, we're not getting anywhere on this one. I'll just let you know. So we'd like to be able to put out a decent chunk of damage on the next turn. 70. That's yikesable. That's a yikesable moment. There's no doubt there. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. And then 2 of these. Okay. Did cost us a potion. 1 more fight. These guys are really tough, but if we draw well at the start, we got nothing to worry about. Like, for example, yoink. That's huge. Like, extremely, unbelievably huge. We're still going to need to put up, like, 20 block next turn. I was close, let's be honest. Okay, defrag. It's fine. Glacier is a big one. 26, we got to 29. Okay. I do think the one serious problem with what we got on this, and we already have enough blocks, so I was going to say you're going to be hard-pressed to make me play Buffer, but giving me nothing else that's worth 2 energy definitely is, and I'm not complaining because we basically got to play Buffer for free, but... Hold on. We got there. That's amazing. I actually don't want to kill these guys before getting self-repair out if possible. But if it comes down to it, that's a pretty low cost. Like, I guess because we played Electro, you're already dead. We got to be careful, though, because you're pretty freaking close as well. We'll just give ourselves as much time as possible to draw self-repair. And we did. And you're dead? Okay. I really, really don't want to pop Snecko Oil. Here's the thing, dude. Our deck is way too thick. However, I would rather have 10 extra HP, even if it's a huge overheal. Because this is our first time I think we have a genuine chance. We definitely want to pop this. The Snecko Oil, that's really like a... it's a game time decision. Ritual Dagger is going to be so huge here, too, in making sure that you die fast enough. Honestly, I think Buffer Consume is a pretty good 2-card setup turn. We can play 4 cards this turn. The Double Madness makes me want to die. But I'd still rather play 4 cards. I know you're like, what are you... No, I forgot. I should have played 5 cards. We didn't have 5 cards. That's a big misstep that could cost us. We can only play 2 cards this turn. Honestly, I know, it's not great, but we really just want Ritual Dagger out there ASAP to get him killed, you know? So, throw something like this out there. We're trying to get as much block as possible. Melter looks great. Is not bad, but let's see if we can draw something that would help us out. And I chose not to play the Zap there. Or the dual cast, I should say. Times are a little tough here. It's really a block-related issue. Let's get Frost at the front. 27. Okay, this will get us there. I'm willing to play that just to get us out of having it in our deck, much like the Madnesses earlier, but I didn't want to play the Strike because I wanted to give us a little bit more time. Similarly, I'm going to play the Electro, and then a Cool-Headed for Frost. I really don't want to accidentally draw Consume, so I'm going to give us a 3-card window on the next turn. Focus is just so important. 3-card window. What do? Cool-Headed is very important. Consume has to be played. But I think we'd rather Ball Lightning first, and then Consume, so we get the passive bonus at its maximum degree. He's taking a turn off. Okay, so this turn we want to hit him hard enough that he's going to roll over. And possibly not any harder than that. But just because of card limit. But I'll play another card just to make sure we have enough. Enough Frost, I should say. So this turn he's going to heal. It's a good turn for us to either play 10 cards or 0. 33 damage. As you can see, not that big of a deal. We don't even really need to weaken him if we don't want to. So let's start with a Cool-Headed to see if we can get an engine. It's an engine. We might as well just hit him with some attacks. What are we drawing next turn? Decent block. I don't even want to really play a Strike, to be honest with you. It's going to be tight. There's no doubt. So, 33 block, again, not a problem. Leave ourselves 4 cards on the next one, I think is a very sensible approach. 30 damage, still not a problem. We get 4 cards. That's the important part. So let's start with this. And then this would be like 1, 2. You can play 1 more card? Might as well. We're in real tight. Less draw is bad, but a lot of our bonuses are actually passive. So, like the Frost, for example. So the weakness here keeps us safe, but we'll play a little bit more just because we definitely need to get damage on you, but we're not going to play any more than that. 2 Frost out here. Leaves us in an okay spot, I think. He's putting up block this turn, which is actually okay. We'd like to draw Melter next turn. Three cards. I think you gotta hit him. We would be able to play 3 cards next turn. Let's hit him with this then so we keep Frost up and we don't accidentally draw through Melter. But let's see. He's doing 48 damage. Obviously no joke. But we're at 53, so never mind. It's like a huge joke. Okay. All we need to do is kill him this turn would be nice, but that's not going to happen. Can we get the 45 block? Absolutely. Dude, we're going to get him. He's actually dead because he's not blocking. No reason to consume except to save 1 energy. He's dead next turn is what I mean to say. So we did it. We did the 1 energy run. Or the 1 relic run. It's been a very successful Slay the Spire day for yours truly right now. Now, the next one we're going to, get focused on for sure is going to be Barricade. Then we need 9 plasma in a single turn. Dude, this is amazing. For now, thanks for watching. If you want to get a run history there's our defect run. And there were times when it looked like it was going to be tough, but we made it happen. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!